Hey, quick disclaimer. The Starting Over House opened its doors 19 years ago with the intention of helping people reframe painful experiences that were holding us back. This was shared with the world in hopes of helping even more people grow. That said, it's still a show, and editing for TV doesn't tell the whole story. Mental health and our overall culture has changed a lot in those 19 years, and I imagine that's probably why you can't find Starting Over streaming anywhere else right now. So please be mindful of that. We were all different people then, we're all different people now, and so are you. So laugh, cry, and learn with us, but please be kind.
One house.
I need a second chance.
Women from all walks of life. Striving. Bonding. Reinventing themselves.
This house changed my life.
Starting over. Life has never been this real. Previously on Starting Over, Towanda finally told all of her roommates about her famous sister.
Wait, you are not Tony's sister?
Yes, I am. It's really cool that Tawanda's Tony Braxton's sister.
And she also revealed a painful family memory.
What happened was my father committed adultery.
Meanwhile, Deborah's had a hard time fitting in with her roommates.
I don't have good relationships with women.
I need to start sweating. Deborah.
She's gonna make this group about her.
And the tension is rising.
Honest to God, I wasn't. Right now, I'm feeling attacked, and I know that the people in the house don't too much care for me.
Rhonda?
Yes?
It's Josie.
Hey, Josie.
Hi. Obviously, everything we're saying to Deborah is not making her feel welcome, and she's packed her bags, and the cab's gonna be here in 20 minutes, and she's going home.
Okay, so what happened?
Everything seemed fine. Kim and Deborah seemed like they were having a good conversation, and I was just like, well, good night, girls, and they were all like, good night, and I just went upstairs and went to bed, and everybody did the same.
Okay.
And now this morning, it's completely different.
Okay, can you get her on the phone with me?
Deborah?
Yes.
I'll try.
Josie left the Starting Over house last year, so she knows what it feels like to want to leave. And Josie is fighting for Deborah to stay.
Deborah? Rhonda's on the phone and wants to talk to you.
I'm not dressed. I have to put some clothes on.
Okay, I'll tell her just like 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Okay.
Kim,
What?
I just called Rhonda and she wants to talk to Deborah, but Deborah is getting dressed, so I told her to come get you because I really don't know what happened. So you go talk to Rhonda until Deborah gets here.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hey, Kim, what's going on?
Well, I got up at 6 and I walked into the bathroom and her journal was in the trash can. And she said, I'm going home. And I said, why? She said, because I'm not here for patience and, you know, I'm mad at Rhonda. So I spent the last 2 hours begging her to stay, Rhonda. I have done everything in my power that I know what to do. She called the cab company. They're coming at 8.
Yes.
And she found out, oh, here she is. Hold on. Good morning.
Good morning, Deborah.
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm getting ready to go.
Well, we had an agreement.
You said to wait 3 days, and this is the 3rd day, and I feel worse than I did that day. They don't trust me. I don't trust them, and it's just not working. It's just not working. I'm the odd man out. Like I said, everybody knows what they're going to do, and they get to feel good about it. But I get to have my patience tried over and over and over again, and that's not what I came here for. It was not my intention to come here and cry every single solitary day. I'm tired. I'm worn out emotionally. I'm just emotional. Like I said, I wanted to diet and exercise, and if this is what I got to go through to get it, I could go home and diet and exercise without having to be phony, without having to kiss ass, without having to apologize to people who never apologize to me. It's like, oh, well, everybody's got feelings but Deborah.
I know this is like putting you in a rock and a hard place because we're telling you like to leave and you're like not wanting to leave.
Yeah, because I mean, I come up here to take her alone.
Right. Did you drive all the way from Long Beach?
No, but I came a little ways to get her.
I'll reimburse you for your drive to here, the gas that you wasted to get here from where you came.
So I just, you know.
Will you wait until I get to the house so that we can talk at least in person before you leave?
Well, the cab's coming at 8, and it's 5 minutes to 8. I just don't want to do this anymore. It's just...
Deborah, will you give me that honor? After our talk the other day, will you please honor me with that?
Bye.
All right, see you later.
All right.
I don't have to be here among these people making me feel like I'm nothing, like my story ain't important. You didn't want me to tell it, you should have told me, wait, you know? I'm sorry, it's just making me get more and more upset about it when I think about it.
I'm going to be there as fast as I can, okay?
Working. This is just not working.
Yeah, I just don't see how you need someone to tell you, Deborah, go get on the treadmill, or Deborah, don't eat that. Like, you want to lose weight, you obviously know what it takes. We're not stupid. I mean...
Well, she did tell me that she's already started losing weight. And so for her, then, now she can just continue.
But I'm leaving.
What did Rhonda say?
I'm just leaving.
What did Rhonda say?
Wait. I'm telling the porch and wait.
Wait for what?
For her to go.
Oh, she's coming. That's good. I'm glad you're waiting.
Why?
They
paid them to leave because we didn't want you to leave.
Why? I don't want them to do that.
Because we don't want you to leave.
Okay.
I think that Deborah is feeling very misunderstood. I'm really hoping that she makes the decision to stay in the starting over house.
I'm appreciating this, but I'm just tired. I'm too tired. All I wanted to do was come and lose weight. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to be put down. I didn't want to be humiliated. And I didn't want no life coach teaching me about patience.
Can you wait one more day?
No. Because there's no guarantee it's one more day. You know that. How am I going to go there knowing Deborah and her dead husband? How am I going to go there and tell my story when I know that's how they feel?
How do they feel?
Well, listen to the expression that you use, Deborah and her dead husband. Well, that sounds like a positive thing to you. Would you want to tell under those circumstances? I just don't feel like I can move forward, and I don't want to do it this way anymore.
What is it that you want?
I want to go home. I want to get out of this situation. If she ain't here by 9 o'clock, I'm calling me another cab.
Still to come on Starting Over.
Hoping that the house doesn't burn down.
I'm so glad you're here. I have begged. I've begged. I've done everything.
And I appreciate all that you guys have done. I really, really do.
I hope
do.
you change your mind.
Yeah. I don't think that I will, but I appreciate the fact that you guys made the effort.
So they're fighting for you to stay, and they want you here?
Yes,
Much to your chagrin.
Right.
So shall we go in the living room and discuss this a little bit more?
Yes. Yes.
Please.
We would please just come talk. Come on, let's just go in.
Come on.
Sit down.
Let me tell you how starting over works, okay? Let me just explain a couple things. One is, when it's the first week of the house, as you can see, we do one story a day.
Mm-hmm.
We do one story a day in order to get to know each of you and have that woman have a little time that day for everyone to get to know her. That's the only reason. Somebody had to go last. It just happened to be you.
You know, when my time comes, after somebody told you stories about Deborah's dead husband and baby, how am I going to come when it's my turn and look at those pictures and say something without feeling intimidated? How am I supposed to do that? I'm a hell of a woman, but I'm not that strong. What am I supposed to do? I'm tired of walking on eggshells and not, oh, maybe I shouldn't say this, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't want to be like that. It's just like a domino thing that got worse and worse and worse and worse. And then I walk around being light and polite, feeling like these people they just don't trust me and I'm a liar. And it's a very, very uncomfortable feeling. Living with a whole lot of people, especially women, has been really, really hard for me because I've lived by myself for the last 25 years, just me and my daughter. I'm the queen of the castle. Whatever I say goes. I really am a strong, in control woman. And actually, before I came here, I felt really good about myself, you know?
So
now I feel pretty.
I want you to be yourself. And I want you to practice new skills. And some of those new skills are going to be uncomfortable.
I was in the exact position you're sitting in right now. You're not going to be comfortable with us in just a matter of seconds. It takes time.
You know, when you get a group of people and everybody assumes a role, you know, Mother Teresa, the smart girl, the rebel with the baby. I'm the bitch. I'm the one that talks too much. I'm the rabble rouser.
If you want a new role, which you've already fulfilled, what you have is you're the truth teller. I want you to act fully and completely yourself. And if that means speaking up, speak up.
Why don't we just try this to the end of the month?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And we'll meet at the end of the month.
Okay. You got it.
Okay?
So wait.
13 days.
So, wait a minute.
13
So you're
days.
staying?
Yeah.
I'm glad for the fact that Deborah didn't take the step to walk completely out of the starting over house like I did. Because in the end, really, if she did want to come back, which I'm sure she probably would realize that she made a huge mistake, it makes it just that much harder to have to start all over again from scratch.
I'll stay. I'm a woman to my word. I'm going to try to, get myself together and refocus my mind.
Okay.
Okay, you said I will be able to go have some breakfast,
Yes.
refocus my mind,
Yes.
get my mind, come on back here and do my thing.
Yes.
And
And tomorrow
not have
we're going to
go
tell
through
your
this
story,
anymore.
honey.
And figure out how I'm going to do that.
I would love it if we could all just start fresh from today and all of us get along. But then there's the part of me that thinks that it's not gonna happen. Once again, she's just doing things for attention.
Voice saying there's a fire and we need to get out of the house now. It seems to be that our backyard is on fire.
I'm sound asleep after a long day.
Josie and I just briefly looked out the window and we saw a bunch of orange flames.
And then I grabbed Chloe and she grabbed the bag and we pretty much ran, and that's where we are right now, is standing outside waiting to see if everything's okay.
All right.
The first thing I did is run into the room and grab Jennifer and Sine.
I grab a picture of my daughter, my diamond bracelet, and I get out of there.
great day.
Well, the house wasn't burned down.
Don't smell bad either, that's good. I'm gonna get a cookie.
Gentlemen in the kitchen, yeah.
So the fire was like right by that pool.
It's that circle.
Stinks.
I estimated it was about 20 feet away from us, and it pretty much was.
Yeah.
The fire was started by a homeless person in the bushes. We all kind of feel like we need to be a little bit more cautious with locking the doors.
Did you sleep good?
I had nightmares all night.
Me too.
About some stranger starting fires.
There's a lot of fires last night.
I think that might be a sign.
How can you eat chicken in the morning? That's disgusting to me.
You know what the best thing for breakfast?
Gross.
Is a bacon cheeseburger and some onion rings.
Ew. There's no way.
Or pizza?
Ew.
Some barbecue chicken pizza?
Well, you know what? Today's your story at 1:30.
Oh, thank you. You got to remind me, huh?
Mm-hmm. What? Aren't you excited now?
Not really.
No, I thought you would be.
I'm gonna make it real brief.
I don't want you to, Deborah. That's not right.
I'm gonna make it real brief.
It's not right. You need to tell your full story. If you want people to understand you and know the real you, you have to tell your whole story. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. The worst thing that could possibly have happened has already happened, right?
Not to sound rude or anything, but I'm not really interested in anybody knowing the real me. I'm here for a reason and has nothing to do with other people. No, I'm not.
No. Hold on. That hurts my feelings.
Really?
Especially because I tried so hard yesterday and stuff and fought for you. And so why wouldn't you want you to know me and me to know you in order for us? I know you're here for your goal. I'm here for my goal.
Well, I guess, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your feelings or anything. It's like, I will tell to the point that's comfortable for me, that I can do, you know, without breaking down.
All I'm saying is, I think you should do what you would have done before any of this happened. That's all I'm saying.
You think?
Is that Jennifer?
Hello.
It's you. Jennifer didn't answer the door today. Oh, it's already here. I've got all kinds of goodies for you. So how you doing? Good. I want to work with you today on discovering what's underneath that
Shell.
shell. I don't think it's a shell. I think it's armor.
It's sickening because I hold so much inside.
But I want to ask you some things, and I'm going to say yes. You tell me yes or no. Are you offended?
Yes, my career has offended me. It hasn't gone the way that Towanda would have wanted it to go.
Are you hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what you heard about.
My parents split up.
Your parents divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. What predates that? Because there's a hurt that predates the divorce.
Finding out about my father's infidelity.
You knew before your mother.
Towanda. She loves to call herself Secret Squirrel, but the truth is she's more like a top secret mission. She's got classified secrets, information she's hidden even from herself, but all of that is about to change.
I still don't have a man in my life that I can call and say, I need you to come right now, and they would come.
It seems that you have made yourself the keeper of secrets. And I'm wondering how that serves you. Because it was a secret that you kept that became quite destructive to you.
I think I've suppressed it for so long.
Okay.
Did you push that down in your body, Towanda? Where is it in this body?
I think it's like a virus now that's all through my body now.
Look at me, Towanda. Did you feel dumb?
Yes. And I don't like feeling dumb.
Yeah. What I want you to know is that all of those feelings, all of those emotions are really the seeds of resentment. There was some cloudy gray elephant sitting in the middle of the Braxton table long before Daddy had an affair. Would that be accurate?
I think the elephant was the strictness of not allowing us, our personalities, to blossom. We really didn't have a life prior to Tony being Tony Braxton. That was a wonderful outlet for us to experience the world.
Beyond being a Braxton, what are you? What's your calling? What's your purpose?
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. I am feeling so drained because it was so much to pull out of me. I'm allowing myself to open up, and that's something that I just don't do. When I forgive someone, it's hard for me to forget how they've hurt me or how much pain. That's what I mean. So first, I hadn't forgiven my father. And in order for me to grow, I have to do that. I must do that.
Okay. You want to be right.
Yes.
And you refuse
to be wrong,
to open your heart and your mind to even consider that anything other than the way you see it could possibly be the case. Because if you're wrong, that would be devastating.
Yes.
Because you have been made wrong so many times for so many reasons that had absolutely nothing to do with you. So you have this whole fake reality that you've made up, and you are going to be right about it.
The difficult thing about Towanda is that there doesn't seem to be any urgency, but I know that she is a quiet storm.
Laura, what's up?
One of our roommates tried to move out.
What?
The crazy lady.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
She tried to leave. It's the same lady that I've been having such a hard time with. I guess I'm just the least compassionate one out of all of us, because if you don't want to be here, then leave. Like, all she does is disrespect me and be rude to me when she does talk to me. So I could care less if she's here. She just is difficult, extremely difficult, and loud. She's really loud, too. Like, she'll talk over you. So she can be right and get her point across. She'll just talk over you. And then she tried to say that she apologized to all of us for the things that she's done. I just need some strength to be nice. It takes a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, I hear you had a hot night in the old town, huh? So, how was that? How was the fire experience?
It was outside our window. It was 20 feet from our balcony. So it was scary.
Today is Deborah's day, and we are going to find out, we are going to find out what brought Deborah here. Today we're going to look through her photos, and if you could, share your journey with us so we can find out a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Plasma, please.
Okay, that's my daughter, Asia Janae, at her graduation going from 9th to 10th grade. And that red convertible is a present to myself for my 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Is that your dad? That's my daddy. Well, my father passed away. Him and I worked together up until maybe I was like in my 30s, you know? Yeah. My daddy was so handsome. He was so handsome. Oh, we got a daddy on the screen on my wedding day.
Oh. And how old were you when you got married?
27.
27.
Yeah.
Now that is
the love of my life, Eduardo Cardinal. I called him Cardinal, and that's on our wedding day.
And how does it feel to look at Cardinal?
He was just so fine. I had a cute husband, a cute baby. I even had a cute dog. He was just so fine. You know, before he died, I pulled it back and I looked at every inch of that body that used to belong to mine. He, you know, he's like thin but had those muscles sticking out, that kind of thing.
And you were only married 3 years when he passed. And how did he pass?
He was killed by a drunk driver.
How did you find out about Cardinal's death?
I got a phone call from his job saying he hadn't gotten there yet. Then a few minutes later, I got another phone call saying they were from the CHP and your husband's been in an accident. And they say he's got 2 broken arms, 2 broken legs. And even as I'm taking this in, I'm thinking, okay, you can live from 2 broken arms. You can live to, they're not telling me the whole thing. So then I go in there and I see him, right? And I look at this body of mine and then I faint because he's all crumpled up, he's all bloody, he's all swollen, and he's on life support and his chest is going up and down. I went to take him in my arms and his back of his head was gone. All this was gone, you know. He died before her first birthday, and I buried him in that T-shirt.
I'm a newlywed, and she was a newlywed. I don't know how I would react if anything like that happened to my husband.
How was it to tell your daughter that your husband was gone?
How much can 11-month-old process? I knew she recognized that he was gone. And I took her little hand and I let her touch him to see that he was cold. And actually, I touched him to see if he was cold because when I went to the mortuary, I asked him. He didn't come back to life. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I asked him. He didn't happen to come back to life, did he? You might have sounded so stupid.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all.
Deborah has given me insight on how much courage she has. I really, truly wish that I could be that way, but I'm not.
And then all of a sudden, Asia walks across the room. She had never walked before. She started walking all through the funeral.
Deborah, Asia knew enough to know that Daddy's gone and I'm gonna have to walk on my own.
You think?
And that's what she did. She did it.
Maybe so.
She did it.
Maybe so.
She did it.
Because homegirl never walked before then.
You didn't have to carry her in the midst of your grief and mourning. She walked.
I never thought about it. Now, that's my brother, Jerry. He passed away from complications from pneumonia about 3 years ago. After my husband died, he was there for me, laughing, spending the night, just, I love him. I miss him so much.
As I'm listening to Deborah talk about the men that she's lost in her life, for once, I kind of have some compassion for her.
I miss him so much.
So the 3 most important men in your life
are gone.
Are gone.
Have left this physical plane.
Yes.
I envy Deborah and the male figures that she had in her life, because she just didn't have one. She had 3 and still cherishes them like that and still believes that they were the best thing that she could have ever had.
I still don't have a man in my life that I could call and say, I need you to come right now, and they would come.
But Deborah, have you let them go so that somebody else can get in?
Well, if somebody else would come, I would, but nobody else did. How do you keep a man interested without having sex with him? Obviously, I haven't been able to do it because I've been celibate for years.
But here's the question. Have you let them go? Because if the space in your heart and your mind are already occupied by these 3 beautiful, powerful men, is there space for another man to come in?
Since Cardinal died in the last 15 years, I probably have at least 300 blind dates.
Wow.
It was really difficult for Deborah to hear that after 300 blind dates, her heart is not open to love another man.
What's this photo?
That's what I looked like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. My
You look
God.
fabulous. So how much weight have you gained in 2 years?
50 pounds. Yeah.
So, Deborah, why are you overweight? What would you say?
A sedentary lifestyle.
I think Deborah believes secretly that if she loses weight, then that's okay, then everything's all right. She's gonna be good old Deborah again. But it's not that easy. The weight gain is a symptom. It's not the problem.
So let's go to your goal. Let's find out what you're here to accomplish. So Deborah, can you read that? Claim.
Well, I can read that enough to say that I need to reclaim it. Reclaim it.
Fabulous. Okay, well, you know, one of your goals that you've talked about and shared with all of us is your desire to lose weight. And today's the day that you're going to be starting.
Okay.
Okay, so today, right after group, you're going to be meeting with a trainer.
Okay.
And they are going to support you in beginning that process of losing weight. And also, you all have an assignment. There's going to be a special group session tonight at 6:45. And there is going to be somebody here running that group that is going to be working with all of you in different particular ways. Have a great day, ladies.
What is your goal as a whole? What do you want out of this experience?
Well, you know what? I know that I just want to get back down to a size 12, plain and simple.
My first impression of Deborah was she seems like someone that's actually knows what she wants to do, just has to get somebody that's going to help kind of push her in the right direction.
I have 42 double Ds. I don't want anything at all that involves a whole bunch of bouncing.
And stuff like
and
that.
no running. I ain't going to run for you for all the tea in China.
Because that's the stuff that I need to know. Now, eating, all right? This is the biggest part. 60 to 70% of the results you're going to see out of this program is going to come from what you're eating.
I'm not going to take the skin off the chicken. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to my grave having skin on my chicken.
We're going to try to take what you're eating currently and try to make it as healthy as we possibly can.
I'm not going to stop eating cotton candy, but I will eat one serving of the bag as opposed to the whole bag.
The whole bag.
Hello?
Hey, baby.
I met with IV today.
Oh, okay. How did that go?
It was pretty good. I have steps now to getting to my goal.
Okay, being what?
Being, getting to know Towanda, something like that.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's the first step, is getting to know self. The second step is discover values and priorities. The third step is to forgive. The fourth step is building communication skills. And the fifth step is mending family relationships.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
With Daddy, you know, she told me that I didn't really forgive him.
I don't think you ever will, to be honest with you.
Now, what we want to focus on is your posture. So let's bring your hips underneath you. There we go, right there.
This is too fast.
Okay, well, let's bring it down. See, you see where your heart rate was, though. So you said it, and stop.
Ooh.
Look at you. I'm proud of you. Awesome job today.
Don't worry, Marcus. I won't push it.
Deborah's biggest challenge as far as with her fitness goals is definitely going to be her doing it.
Well. I keep staring at that door thinking somebody's coming in.
Who's coming through?
I think it's a dude.
I hope it's
a dude.
I think it's a guy.
A dude.
I hope it's a guy.
We need some
We need a
testosterone.
man, yeah.
Okay.
Wonder where the 24-hour fitness is. Usually nothing's been that far.
We are waiting for a surprise guest, and everyone's on time except for Deborah.
Maybe she had another assignment.
What, one that she created herself? We're all a little concerned as to where she would be because most people don't stay at the gym for 4 hours.
How'd it go?
Great, it went great.
Did you work out this whole time?
No. I have lousy sense of direction.
It's a man.
It's a man.
It's a man.
Hi.
Well, I'm Dr. Stan Katz,
Hello.
and I'm a clinical psychologist, and I'm going to be working with you guys in some groups and individually. I'm going to be the man in the house. And maybe, because there's a man in the house, we can talk about what it feels like to have a man in the house.
You're not in the house, you're in the loft.
So how's it feel to have a man in the loft?
Cool.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't look so happy about it, but maybe it's better than your face is giving me. Okay.
I don't know about the feeling of having a man in the house. You only came 2 minutes ago.
You've had 2 minutes. You can do a quick assessment.
I think you're bright as women. You could be bright as women.
See if I can keep up with you gals, right? Okay.
I felt some tension with my other housemates, and I believe that it has a lot to do with the deep-rooted feelings that they have with men.
I'm Josie. This is my daughter, Chloe. This is our second time around in the starting over house.
Okay. And how's it feel to have a man around? How's it different?
Because you're adding testosterone when it's a house full of estrogen, so it kind of makes it a little bit offset.
Okay.
I'm Jennifer,
Hi, Jennifer.
and it's weird to have a man in the house.
Why is that?
I haven't had a man in the house for a long, long time, so...
I think most of the women in the house have real issues with men. The whole notion of a man trying to come in and heal them is frightening to them. I really want to start on a note that I think hasn't been addressed, probably, and that is the issue of men, because all of you have issues with men. I'm here to sort of give you male perspective at times, to give you a clinical perspective at times, to maybe help you in a deeper level than the life coaches will, and in a different way. Our ideas about men come from where?
Our father.
So I'm wondering what kind of experience you had with your father, what that experience was, and how it impacts today. So what do you think you took away from your relationship with your father?
I would say the one word is reliable/dependable. Because that's the kind of father my father was.
So do you see men as reliable and dependable?
You know, I don't want to say no one can compare to Daddy. I don't want to say that. But I look for the traits that my father presented to me.
So you expect men to be like your father, reliable, dependable, there when they say they're going to be there. Deborah talks about her father in very positive terms. Her expectations about how she wants to be treated by other men in her life is based on how her father treated her, which is very dangerous.
My father was absent, pretty much.
So what was the guiding principle you took away? That men aren't there, that they leave, men leave?
Right, exactly.
Okay, so you sometimes have an expectation.
Yes.
And maybe you even leave before they leave.
Yes.
My dad left my family. I think that's impacted my relationships with men because I control them so they can't leave, and then if I feel like they're gonna leave, I leave.
Towanda.
Mine is like a two-part. My father was the perfect father, so I thought. And then he turned out to be a liar. So the way that I look at men now is that they start off wonderful, but then they will eventually lie and cheat.
Okay. Josie?
Never really was there. And when he was, it wasn't pretty. And then he pretty much has his own family now with 2 other kids, and they've had their bedrooms, and I had a basement that pretty much was just kind of turned into a bedroom, but then I was asked to leave, so, I mean, it's not been good.
I've had such bad luck with even trying to trust anyone like my father.
Okay, go ahead, Sine.
He chose my stepmother over me.
Okay.
I look at him as a weak person.
When our fathers don't act the way we want them to act, when they didn't act the way we wanted to act, when our husbands don't, when our boyfriends don't. And so kind of learning about that process, those kinds of triggers, what happens, is something that we'll do in the future. I mean, think about when I walked in today. You didn't know who was coming through the door. You probably had some guesses. And a guy walked in the door, and you probably immediately had some first impressions, some thoughts. You may have had some negative, positive thoughts. That's all because what?
The way we've dealt with other men in the past.
Yeah, and how we kind of assess men now and what we expect from them.
Yeah.
So in the future, that's what we're going to be looking at. A lot of those kinds of issues.
It just really sucks that all of us just have such a bad view on our father figures. I hope that someday her dad will acknowledge her and give her the love that she deserves. I want it so badly from my dad, and I probably always will. She's already affected by it, because she's only 6 months old, and I would hate to see what's gonna happen when she's 16.
Hello? Did you call and try to get that information? What is it?
I couldn't get anything because I'm not an authorized person.
How do they know that you're not me? I called you specifically about something that you could do and you could figure out how to do it. But instead of doing it, you didn't do it. Do you feel like a human being? Do you feel like the person that you should be telling me that? I don't want to raise a child with excuses. It's a private thing, and I want the information. I want you to call right now, say you are me, get the information, and call me back. Should I have to keep calling you? Do it.
All right, bye.
Bye.